colored embroidery. Pati, on their way to Yashoda Mai's house. Shika Chuta fell from their hair. Malya Varshaha, a shower of flower garlands. Nanda Alayam, to the house of Maharaja Nanda. Savalayaha, with bangles on their hands. Brajatihi, while going in that costume. Virejuhu, they looked very, very beautiful. Vyalola, moving. Kundala, with earrings. Payodhara, with breasts. Hara, with flower garlands. Shobhaha, who appeared so beautiful. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Bhai Sarana Bhakti Vedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. In the ears of the gopis were brilliantly polished jeweled earrings, and from their necks hung metal lockets. Their hands were decorated with bangles, their dresses were of varied colors, and from their hair flowers fell onto the street like showers. Thus, while going to the house of Maharaja Nanda, the gopis, their earrings, breasts, and garlands moving, were brilliantly beautiful. Completely with the translation. In the ears of the gopis were brilliantly polished, jeweled earrings, and from their necks hung metal lockets. Their hands were decorated with bangles. Their dresses were made of varied colors, and from their hair flowers fell onto the street like showers. Thus, while going to the house of Maharaja Nanda, the gopis, their earrings, breasts, and garlands moving, were brilliantly beautiful. Purport. The description of the gopis who were going to the house of Maharaja Nanda to welcome Krishna is especially significant. The gopis were not ordinary women, but expansions of Krishna's pleasure potency as described in the Brahma Samhita. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitabhis Tabirya Eva Nijarupataya Kalabhihi Goloka Eva Nivasatya Kilatma Bhuto Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Chintamani Prakarasad Masukalpa Vriksha Laksha Vriteshu Surabhir Abhipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasra Shata Sambrahma Sevyamanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Krishna is always worshipped by the gopis wherever he goes. Therefore, Krishna is so vividly described in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has also described Krishna in this way. Ramya kachit upasana vrajavadhu vargena ya kalpita. All these gopis were going to offer Krishna their presentations because the gopis are eternal associates of the Lord. Now, the gopis were more jubilant because of the news of Krishna's appearance in Vrindavan. Thus ends the Bhakti purport and translation to Canto 10, Chapter 5, Text 11 of Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare This is a very nice description of the beauty of the residents of Vrindavan, particularly the gopis, described by Shukadeva Goswami. This is in context of when the gopis were all very enlivened, eager to go and greet Lord Krishna at the time of his appearance, carrying wonderful presentations in their hands. The beauty of the gopis at this point of time is being described by Shukadeva Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj. So here it is said, Gopyaha Kundala. In the ears of the gopis, wearing jeweled earrings. So metal lockets. Then Savalaya. Then Chitra Ambaraha. Chitra means variety. Ambara means dresses. So very, very colorful dresses they were wearing. Not ordinary dress, very colorful, full of variety, with embroidery also. Their dresses were also embroidered. So Chitra Ambara with embroidered dresses. Pati Shika Chuta Malya Varshaha. Shikha means their hair. Chuta means. So what is falling down? So what is the link with the hair and something falling down? What is falling down from their hair? What is there in their hair? Malya. Were falling down, their flowers were falling down from their hair as they were proceeding towards the house of Yashodamai. That means they were hurrying. And why will hairs fall down? Why are they hurrying? Because of great eagerness to meet baby Krishna and greet him and present him with their presentations. And also congratulate Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj. So they were very eager to attend the of Lord Krishna. So Pati, they were walking towards Yashodamai's house and the flowers were falling down, Malya Varsha, like showers. Then Nanda Alayam Vrajatir Vireju, which is also the same as the house of Yashodamai. So as they were proceeding towards Nanda Alayam, the house of Nanda Maharaj, the gopis, Vrajatir, as they were proceeding, Virejuhu, they looked very, very beautiful. Virejihu means very, very beautiful. With Vyalola, as their very walking is very beautiful and very attractive. You can just appreciate these fine aspects of the situation in Vrindavan and of the position of devotees of Krishna. Even their very walking, Vyalola, their walking, their movement, Kundala, their earrings, Payodhara, their breasts, Hara, their beautiful their garlands, Shobhaha. Again, Shukadeva Goswami is using the word, Vireju he used, again he's using the word Shobhaha, meaning they appeared so beautiful with all these decorations adorning their bodies. So, this is the description of the gopis. They're simply very, very beautiful. So, in the spiritual world, or when you become a pure devotee of Krishna, everything becomes very beautiful and very attractive. Because that is the nature of spirit and spiritual world. Everything is all attractive. Because Krishna has to be all attractive. This is the nature of Krishna and Krishna consciousness. Everything is simply all attractive, simply beautiful. You don't have to do anything artificial to make yourself beautiful, to make yourself attractive. You don't have to do anything extraneous to become attractive. Simply you become a pure devotee of Krishna, you will become very attractive. If you see Prabhupada, whatever a pure devotee does is simply all attracting. We have seen that. In Prabhupada's manifest presence, simply when Jai Radha Madhava he will sing. Just like our Sunday Kirtan, how much devotees will dance. Prabhupada sits and does simply Jai Radha Madhava even 1, 2, 3, not even fast beat. Still devotees will be jumping to the ceiling. Have you observed it? This is the power of spiritual attraction. The voice coming from the lotus mouth of the pure devotee is completely purified. Transcendental voice. It's all attractive. Even Krishna's message, even these verses are all transcendental sounds. All attractive. These sounds will attract the spirit soul. Material sound attracts us to material life. Spiritual sounds attract us to spiritual life. So by hearing Bhagavatam and these verses, the soul simply is reawakened to its natural attraction to Krishna. You just hear, that's all. It will happen. It is the nature of anything spiritual to attract. Because it is all sourced from Krishna, who is all attractive. See, Prabhupada's singing, Prabhupada's walking, Prabhupada's talking, conversation, everything, his eating, everything is attractive. Actually, those who saw Prabhupada in his manifest presence, they describe all these things. Just Prabhupada gets down from the aeroplane. Immediately in the waiting area, if they get a glimpse of Prabhupada, there will be roaring kirtan. Simply by seeing a person where you are enthused so much, just a glimpse, not even Prabhupada's full body. Just they see Prabhupada's danda or they see his hand rising up. Immediately devotees are enthused so much. So this is the attractive nature of the pure devotee of Krishna. Simply beautiful. Very attractive. So that is why you don't have to do anything external or artificial to make yourself attractive, beautiful, which is what is all this material life about. Everything is imitation and artificial. Nothing is natural. In contrast to this, we can see here the spiritual life, the settings in Vrindavan, the devotees, they are so naturally situated in their life, yet they are very, very attractive and very, very beautiful. So, in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna explains, Sukham atyantikam yattad buddhi grahyam atindriyam. The 6th chapter, Krishna describing the position of yogic trance. He says, what is that state of trance or samadhi of a yogi? He says, he is absorbed in spiritual bliss, complete transcendental happiness, which is beyond the experience of material senses and intelligence. Buddhi grahyam ata indriyam. It is not, spiritual happiness is not to be experienced by material intelligence and material senses. You have to go beyond the limits of the experience and perception of material intelligence and material senses. That is the quality and nature of spiritual happiness. Cannot be experienced with these material senses. So therefore, how do you go beyond the material intelligence and material senses? By purification. And how is this purification attained? Yoga indriya samyama, by control of the senses. So this is the beginning point. By control of the senses are purified. And when senses are purified, it becomes eligible. You become eligible to experience transcendence or transcendental life or transcendental experience, transcendental happiness. You get to appreciate what is transcendental beauty, transcendental joy. It's a new vocabulary for us. We have no idea what is transcendental beauty, transcendental joy, transcendental activity. We have no idea. See, in this verse, now one may ordinarily think, oh, what is there? Earrings, dresses, everybody is wearing. No, these activities are completely transcendental. In the Vaikuntha world, whatever you do is simply transcendental. You are decorating your body. That is also transcendental activity. It is not that only when you do deity worship it is transcendental activity or devotional service. Interestingly, in spiritual world or in the life of a devotee who is fully purified 100%. After that, when you are 100% purified, then it's not only that when you do deity worship or you're cooking for the deity, which are direct activities for the deity, direct devotional service. Not only that, when you are decorating your body, you are taking bath, you are putting nice costumes and cosmetics, that is also devotional service. You are beautifying yourself, you are singing very beautifully, everything becomes devotional service. Everything becomes very beautiful. So this is the position in the spiritual world or position of a pure devotee. So that's what we see here. So much so that even Krishna becomes attracted to this beauty of the devotees, to the beautiful presentation of the devotees, whether in terms of dressing or jewelry or his talking or his singing or his dancing or his preaching or his seva. Even Krishna becomes attracted. The all attractive becomes attracted. And the devotees, Their only sole purpose is to please Krishna and satisfy Krishna by all of these things. Hmm? Their goal or idea or agenda is not to become attractive. They only want to see that Krishna is happy by their presence and presentation. Krishna is happy. Then they're okay with it. Sometimes you've seen, no? I'll give you a very practical example. Sometimes parents may take small children to one garment showroom and then say some frock is there. Suppose one girl child is there and frock is there. Different kinds of frocks are there. So then this child may take that and show like this to the mother. Okay, nice? Mother will say, no. Then again the child will take another frock, another dress, show like this. Okay? No. One more, okay? Oh, very nice. So then they'll buy that. The child will put that. So you can see how we've seen this practically, right? So exactly like that, it is not that when the beauty of the gopis is described, that they are trying to become attractive because they want to show their beauty. No. Their only sole purpose is if Krishna is pleased by our presence and presentation. How we are presenting ourselves, is Krishna happy? So that is their sole intent. It's very purified, consciousness. So they're not decorating so that they can attract somebody else or they become attractive. They want to become attractive for the sake of Krishna. So this is the spirit of their decorating their bodies. So devotee, whatever he does, his sole purpose is to see that if the Lord is satisfied. If he's not satisfied, he will reject it. Whether it may be talking, singing, dancing, whatever it may be. Therefore, the devotee knows the art of pleasing Krishna. What is attractive to Krishna, the devotee knows. And he does that. Sankirtana is very pleasing to the Lord, therefore the devotee sings. Dancing in Sankirtana is very pleasing to the Lord, therefore the devotee dances. If we honor Krishna Prasadam, the Guru is very happy, the Lord is very happy. If you honor Krishna Prasadam, not Bhoga, therefore we honor. If we put tilak, actually it is beautifying our body and purifying our body. But Krishna likes that devotees wear tilak. So we are wearing, we are applying. Krishna likes tilak so much that he is adorned with tilak by Mother Yashoda every morning. Even Krishna puts tilak. You can see in all our pictures. All the gopis put tilak. So whatever we do, it is to please the Lord. Otherwise, there is no need of doing anything. But as I said, that we can come to this state only after purification of the senses. So every activity simply brings about joy in spiritual world, in spiritual life. And here in material world, in material life, in contrast to what is in spiritual life or spiritual world, every act brings misery. Characteristically, every act in this world will bring anxiety and misery. And characteristically, every act in spiritual world, spiritual life, brings freedom from anxiety, liberation, and transcendental joy. And we should not view these verses, these descriptions from mundane perspective. Actually, these verses also has to be seen from transcendental perspective. Otherwise, you will misunderstand. There's nothing glorious and nothing great about this. What is there? Wearing bangles and wearing clothes and flowers. Anyway, when you walk, flowers will fall down. What great about the description? Actually, by hearing also you can appreciate. You should be able to sink to that platform. Then it's possible. Even now we can do that. Provided you know the sinking process. Otherwise not. Just like this radio. This radio, there are different frequencies are there, which are fixed for different stations and for different channels. So depending upon to what number you tune, you get that station, that channel. It could be news, could be some song, whatever it may be. Exactly that if you know how to fine tune yourself to spiritual life, to Krishna Loka, then even now you can experience the beauty of these verses and the beauty of these natural settings in Vrindavana. If you're in the gross material platform, you cannot appreciate. So like this we can see in the purport Prabhupada explains about the position of gopis. Who are they? Very nicely. See, that's why you see Prabhupada relevantly quotes this verse from Brahma Samhita. Because Shukadeva Goswami described gopis and their natural beauty. He's saying, but who are these gopis? They're not ordinary women of this world. What is their qualification? What is their constitutional status? That's very nicely described here in the purport by Prabhupada. Ananda chinmaya rasa pratibhavitabihi tabirya eva nijarupa taya kalabihi goloka eva nivasati akilatma bhuta govinda madi purusham tamaham bhajami. So here Lord Brahma is describing about the position of gopis and Radharani. They are Ananda Chinmaya Rasa, their manifestation of Krishna's Ananda Chinmaya potency. Krishna's Ananda potency and Chinmaya potency. And they are the pleasure manifestation. And Pratibhavitabihi. To know what are these gopis, Pratibhavitabihi word is used. That means Krishna is constantly engaged in enthusing the gopis. You can just imagine that Krishna's business is to constantly enthuse the gopis. That is his business. Just like, suppose you invite a very big person, you have to keep him entertained, you have to keep him engaged. So Krishna is engaged in enthusing the gopis. So here, Prabhupada also says nicely, one who enlivens the senses of everyone by his personal bodily rays. See how Prabhupada says, Pratibhavitabihi. One who enlivens everyone by his personal bodily rays. Yet, not only gopis, actually Lord is enthusing everyone, everywhere. Even though Goloka eva nivasati, he is situated in Goloka, still by his personal bodily rays, called Brahma Jyoti, he's actually, what is this Brahma Jyoti? It is simply not some dull light or radiation. This Brahma Jyoti is actually the rays, personal bodily rays of Krishna, which are meant to enliven the senses of all living beings and all creation. Just like the sunshine, moment there is sunshine shining up in the sky, immediately there is life. Otherwise it is dull. When the sun sets in, what happens? People all go to rest. Entire world also comes to rest. But when the sun rises up, we also awaken and we begin our activities. We are enlivened. We get up. There is Jagrita, Sattva. Similarly, by the expansion of the personal bodily rays of Krishna, there is transcendental inspiration. Just like when the sun rises, one gets inspiration to get up and work. Similarly, when there is the touch of the transcendental bodily rays of Krishna upon us, there is transcendental inspiration, enlivening of the spiritual senses, awakening of the spiritual senses. So these gopis, their Ananda Chinmaya Rasa, the manifestation or expansion of the Lord's Ananda and Chinmaya potency. Nijarupataya refers to Radharani. Krishna's own bodily expansion is one who resembles his own spiritual figure, is Nijarupataya. Then Kalabihi refers to the gopis, who are the extensions of Srimati Radharani. So Nijarupataya is Radharani and Kalabihi are the gopis, who are the further extensions of the bodily form of Radha. So Radharani is the expansion of the bodily form of Krishna, and the gopis are the expansion of the bodily form of Radharani. So not ordinary persons. And permeated with ever blissful spiritual rasa. See, their body, their existence is permeated with ever blissful spiritual rasa. Our body is filled with blood, mucus, stool, bone, marrow, sattva, rajas, tamas. Our body is filled like that. And the gopis' bodies are filled with ever blissful spiritual rasa. You can see this serious difference. How do you consider them as an ordinary woman of this world? That is a mistaken idea. Then Prabhupada is describing further about this gopis' position and origin by quoting another verse from Brahma Samhita. Chintamani prakara sadmasu kalpa vriksha laksha vriteshu surabhir abhipalayantam lakshmi sahasra shata sambrama sevyamanam govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. So these gopis are actually Lakshmis. They're as good as Lakshmis. No difference. They're all goddesses of fortune. Actually, Lakshmi is in Vaikuntha. This is a description of Goloka. Lakshmi Sahasra Shata Sambrama Sevyamanam. So Brahma is describing in Krishna Loka, there are thousands of Lakshmis. Sambrama Sevyamanam. Very respectfully serving the Lord. Sambrama, with lot of respect. They're serving the Lord. How there are Lakshmis in Krishna Loka, Lakshmis with Narayana in Vaikuntha. So therefore these Lakshmis actually refer to gopis. They have the same quality, same tattva, Shakti tattva. So like this we can see how spiritual world is filled with these gopis and Laksha Vriteshu Surabhir, gopis and cows, and the devotees of Krishna. The whole spiritual world is filled with gopis, gopas, and the devotees of Krishna and the wonderful Surabhi cows. And Krishna is engaged in Abhipalayantam, tending to the cows and spending all his time with the gopis and the gopas, playing flute and having fun with the gopas. This is the description of the spiritual world. There is further description of the spiritual world in the same Brahma Samhita. It's a very nice description. A beautiful picture of the spiritual world is given by Lord Brahma in Brahma Samhita. We'll discuss about 15 beautiful features of this spiritual world called Krishna Loka. This is described by Lord Brahma only. So there he says, Shriya Kanta Kanta Parama Purusha Kalpataravo. So what is there in the spiritual world, in Krishna Loka planet? That's described by Lord Brahma. So Shriya Kanta Kanta. Interestingly, Prabhupada writes that the spiritual realm of Vrindavana is always spiritual. The goddess of fortune and the gopis are always present there. So both are present. Goddess of fortune and the gopis are present in Vrindavan. And Kanta, Lord Krishna is their beloved, not any mundane mortal. Lord Krishna is beloved. You have your beloved in this world, all mundane. I am mundane. My loved ones are also mundane personalities. But in Vrindavan, the gopis are the personal bodily extensions of the Lord. Their beloved is Krishna. And who is this Krishna? That is described. Parama Purusha, the Supreme Personality. The Supreme Personality, who is the husband of all the gopis and the goddess of fortune. Kanta. Shriya Kanta and Kanta. He is the husband of both gopis and Lakshmis, the goddess of fortune. So, Shriya Kanta, the goddess of fortune, then gopis. So they both are present there. Then Krishna is present and he is their beloved. Then Kalpataru. In Krishna Loka, there is what is called as wish-fulfilling trees. So whatever you desire, it can provide, bestow. It can fetch you. Whatever you desire. You just stand in front of this Kalpataru tree. Kalpa tree. Taru means tree. The tree called Kalpa. See, Kalpa, Kalpana. Whatever you think, whatever you desire, you get it. This is different from the wish fulfilling trees of Indraloka, where in Indraloka also there is one kind of such wish fulfilling trees. They are also called purpose trees. Prabhupada calls it as purpose trees. So there, if there is a mango tree, even if there is no season, all through the year it will produce fruits. Mango fruits, all through the year, and unlimited fruits it will produce. In a season, one mango tree may produce some few hundreds, tens of hundreds of mangoes. But this mango tree in Indraloka can produce unlimited mango fruits, unlimited supply. Jackfruit tree can produce and supply unlimited jackfruits. But in Krishna Loka, you stand in front of mango tree and ask jackfruit, it will give you. You ask diamond, it will give you. You ask beautiful dresses, it will give you. And most importantly, actually it is explained by Prabhupada, this Kalpa Vriksha or Kalpataru in Goloka can give you the best of you, the blessings of Dvadasha Rasa. Varieties of rasas it can bless you with. So that is the Krishna Prema. It can deliver even Krishna Prema to you. That is this Kalpataru in Vrindavan, in Goloka. Then Druma Bhumish Chintamani. The land in Vrindavan or Krishna Loka is made of touchstone. Then, Toyam Amritam, the water in Krishna Loka is simply nectarian. Even water is simply nectarian. Then Katha Ganam, every word itself is heard as a beautiful melody. Every word is a melody. Katha Ganam. The Natyam, every step is a dance. Just you walk, it looks like you are dancing beautifully. Just walking itself. And then imagine if you dance then in Goloka, how it is going to be. If you walk only, it will be like dance. If you speak only, it will be like a beautiful raga. There are 84 lakh ragas as per the Vedic information. Every word is like a raga. Every step is like a dance. You can see when the gopis are pati, vrajati, as they are walking, because we don't have the transcendental perception, so we are not able to appreciate. Here even dancing in the world itself is hellish. And what to speak of walking anyway. So, not very attractive or glorious, but in spiritual world, everything is simply attractive, pleasing to the minds. So, Natyam, Gamanam. Gamanam means movement. Their walking itself is simply like a dance. And Vamshi Priyasakhi, Krishna's constant companion is the flute. Priyasakhi, Krishna's dear, most friend is the Vamshi, the devotee called Vamshi. He is serving the Lord in the form of a flute and musical notes. Krishna has 3 kinds of flutes. Venu, Vamshi and Murali. And each has got a particular purpose which is described in Nectar of Devotion. So this is Vamshi which is described here. It's Krishna's constant companion. Then Chidanandam Jyotihi Param. This Goloka Vrindavana is Jyotihi, self-luminous. There's no artificial electricity needed. Self-luminous, Jyotihi. Param, transcendental in its nature. But, okay, then Aswadhyam Apicha, one has to taste this spiritual rasa and these beauties of the description of Goloka. If one tastes this, relishes this, then he is freed from material contamination. Simply you taste and relish this message, this knowledge. That's why Brahma says, Nimeshardakyo va Sayatra Kshirabdi Shravati. One should cultivate knowledge, Shravati, of this Goloka world. It's worth it. Shravati. Then further Brahma is describing Sayatra Kshirabdi Surabhibhyascha Sumahan. This world is filled with Surabhi cows. And Nimesha Ardhakya Vavrajiti Nahi Atrapi Samayaha. Even less than a moment does not pass without being engaged or absorbed in Krishna. That is the world called Goloka. Even less than a moment does not pass without being absorbed in Krishna, serving Krishna. That is that world. And this world is made for all the time forgetting Krishna. And that world is meant for not forgetting Krishna even for less than a moment. So the characteristic feature of this spiritual world and material world. Another characteristic feature. Brahma is saying, these are the 15 items here. Brahma is saying, Vidantaste santakshiti virla chara katipaye. Virala chara katipaye. One knows realization of this world, this planet is very rare. Hardly anybody has realization of this world. That is the description of this world. And that same Goloka which is in the spiritual world is called Gokula in this material world. It is called Goloka in the spiritual world. That same Goloka is called Gokula in this material world. This is what Brahma is saying. That realm is known as Goloka only to a few, very few self-realized souls in this world. So, by hearing the description, the idea is one should develop a desire, cultivate a desire, cultivate knowledge, cultivate desire to go to that world and become one of the residents of that world and experience this beauty and loveliness of Vrindavan. Anyway, so we can see the beauty of the gopis who are on their way to greet Lord Krishna, described in these verses. Start it. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai.